Welcome to the Seven Crosses series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 19th of August 1996. In this part, what I want to do is start to switch the focus on our mining village over here for two reasons. The first reason is that we're getting to a point now where we can start mass production of steel. So it's only a matter of time before we need to get our iron mines online and producing the iron ore. And of course, the other reason is that this is my preferred location for the prison when the new update drops. So if I'd like to get this area built up and populated. But before that, we need to do a couple of things. First things first, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. As usual, you guys give me so much to think about. Now, I did get a couple of comments about the noise that when I was laying out this road here. And I must admit, I had to go and check actually. But just to give you a demo, this is the trolley bus one, and I expected that to ding, but it seems the ding is actually associated with the actual streets with lighting, but that ding sounds more like a trolley bus bell to me. So I don't know whether they've actually got the audio link wrong between the two. So that is just one of those quirks, actually. Not exactly too sure why. Also, somebody commented about the fact that the signaling up here seemed a bit inconsistent, because what I've done is I've put the breakers here because we're going to be building out this way with the train constructor. And what I wanted to do is leave enough gap here. I mean, when I actually come to lay the track, I probably will put signals back in here, but one of the problems if you get little short lengths of track like that, especially when you're laying electrified track, it's easy to miss it and then it gives you problems later on. You can see while I was waiting for other things to build, we managed to get the track laid in here. So what we just need to do is this back curve, and we've actually made some progress over here. We've actually built the rail construction office here. We just need the rest of it supporting infrastructure around here. In fact, while we're here, let's just give you a bit more of an update. You can see we're nearly finished this conveyor here. Once this is finished, and we've got this connection into here, we should be okay to get the steel mill online. But what I want to do is set up the coal train, even if we can't get the iron ore in just yet. Although once this is finished, we could start bringing the iron ore in, so that we got a pile of iron here, plus preferably 2,000 tons ready to go. So that might be an option as well. So we can probably start cranking up this industry here. Now, what I've done in this area is I've signaled up a lot of this area just to save a bit of time. What I've done is if I show you here, so I've signaled this route up here, and I think I've signaled back to here. But we haven't quite yet. Oh, I think I've finished this spur now. What we need to do is finish this spur before we can really integrate it. And once this spur is finished, we can then start working on this area here. You can see we've actually got a train constructor in here, and then eventually there should be one working here. And then once all this is all finished, we can start pushing out the tramways that way. Now, the other big area of major step forward is up over here. What I have done is I've actually put another depot in here for purchasing trains, but I'm not sure if I'm actually going to build it. I just put it in there more for completeness. What I've done is I've signaled all the way through here to the oil terminal, because our number one priority for this part is to get the oil train running to here, so that we can start importing oil, so that we can get this oil refinery running a little bit more efficiently, so that we don't have to worry about fuel during the winter anymore. It also will allow me, once we've got some oil flowing out here, we can get another train to pick up here to send the bitumen and fuel down to Knife Edge, and more importantly, across the map to Stilton, so that we won't have to use trucks to haul fuel all the way across the map. That would be a big step forward as well. And what I would also like to say is a big thank you to the person who posted the formula for productivity. Also, somebody also posed the question of whether there's a benefit in now building large when you first start. So when you're first starting out, building a large hospital like this may not be that good, because if you've got reduced efficiency, so you've got less levels of treatment, you're not going to get the benefit until you can sort out the happiness. Therefore, the amount of resources it would take to build a hospital couldn't be justified. And as it was pointed out, that maybe now when you're starting out is you use the smaller buildings and say have 2 smaller buildings, which probably to combined would take less resources, and then that will spread your assets a little bit wider. That's something I certainly want to look at when the new update becomes available. In fact, this 7 Crosses series and the 4 Corners series will be the test bed for the do's and don'ts, because I think that's the best way forward. Anyway, I think we've probably done enough of an introduction. So what we're going to do is find the depot, because I need to set up an oil train. I think this would be the best starting location, because the depot near the border, the train can't loop back to the border. So get in here. Of course, I've still got this problem with everything being available. I think we'll stick with my standard train of 135, and we've got, that's refrigeration. Where's the oil tankers? Just be on the next page. We got a 68-ton oil tanker, and we've got 120-ton. I think because this train will eventually, no, because this train's always going to be shipping oil, so this carries 68 tons for just under 500,000. I think that we're going to go with just the smaller ones. I think these big ones look good, but I think I'd prefer the flexibility of the smaller ones, just in case we've got to carry multiple loads. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go for full 6, I think, for that. And what we're going to do is say this train is only going to carry exclusively oil. So you're going to need to go to the border. So we're going to go into here. You're going to pick up oil, and then we're going to take it all the way to Ollerton. And then you're going to drop off here. And then what we're going to make this wait until unloaded, I think. Simply because that will make everything work a little bit better. So just get back to where you are. And then we'll just kick it off. And we're going to follow the train for a little while, so we'll just speed up a little bit. As usual, I want to make it... I want to make this... make sure that this track is running properly. Let's get around here. He's just cut up the construction train. And he's just been cut up again by another train. This is what you've got to look out for, is the number of trains now starting to slow up the overall progress on the track. Because we're getting multiple trains on here, so that could become an issue. But then again, technically the train won't run on this section of track. Eventually. You'll be running from this terminal here. And I don't think this section is particularly that busy. So we're going to just check this through the tunnel. Of course, all this track, we know that the signals work because it's been used constantly by other trains. The big issue is going to be when the other end, because that's technically new track area. So we're going to carry 408 tons of oil, which is pretty impressive actually. Now we've got the clock coming up. That's because the actual train that's ahead of us is slowing us up. So if you see that clock symbol, it means it's okay like now, but if you start to see it regularly, that means your trains can't run at maximum efficiency. And this is why it pays to run these kind of close-in test tracks, just to see whether the train is being held up at regular intervals. So here we go. See, it's got it there. It says engage track ahead. But I mean, you can't expect the train to run perfectly. Also, this is the reason why that you've got trains running in a certain area, you do need to match the maximum speed, because the last thing you want is on a long run like this is to have a slow train in front. I mean, the construction trains aren't an issue because eventually they will disappear up over the slope. He's not losing speed on the upslope. That's good. Of course, the other thing you need to pay attention to is the voltage in power as well, because if that starts to drop too low, what that will mean is that you've got too many trains on a section of track with no intermediate power supply. Overall, I think we're doing pretty well. All right, now we're in this section where we need to be a bit more careful. Come into here. You should get into here. And what we'll do is just wait for him to drop off all that nice oil. Then we'll see if he can make his way back to the main line. We won't follow him all the way back to the customs shed. So we've just dumped 400 tons of oil there. It's surprising it's kind of slowed down for the last few tons. Just follow him back to... Once he gets back to the main line, then we know he's good. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, he stopped because there's a construction train in front of him. This is an example now. The construction train is basically going to block him virtually all the way back again now. See, the construction train is a lot slower than this train, but there's not much we can do about that. So I'll just close that window down. I'm going to leave him to it. Put the game back on normal speed so the game can run. So we've now got 400 odd tons in here. Now what I do need to do is find the construction distribution office, sorry, that is actually importing from the border. So what we're going to do is just drop you off like that and cancel the custom things there. Actually, what we could do now is actually flip you the other way now. You can pick up from here. You can pick up bitumen if it's more than 50% full, and you can unload at the small customs office. And actually, oops, don't want to do that. And just leave them like that. So what we'll do now is reverse the amount of the bitumen, and we can export that to the border, because we don't need to import oil by truck. I mean, we'll keep the other trucks bringing the oil down from our oil fields, because that will ensure that everything goes well. I'm not exactly sure how we managed to consume all that oil so quickly. Well, we must have. When we've got quite a big workforce in here now, so probably, yeah, we're probably producing. So all that oil was produced literally in 2 days. Well, let's just keep an eye on that, just make sure that we're not losing fuel somehow. But what that will ensure is that we get a nice strong supply down to here. Just check that. This area here. Yeah, we got 500 tons in here now. Is good, and we got 122 tons of bitumen. And I think what we're going to do is let a little bit of a reserve build up, because the problem now with the train is going to be picking the fuel up from here, because it's very difficult to limit the amount of fuel that you can actually pick up here. This is where the train distribution office will come in, because you'll be able to do it, because the last thing you want to do is steal all the fuel from here to ship it across the map, because at the end of the day you still need fuel here. In fact, let me just considering another option. Let me just look at the oil pipes here. That's in. We've got a couple out here. Just wondering if it's going to be worth putting in another small oil tank here. This is 1500. This is 1300. Problem's going to be is if we're going to build it, we don't want bitumen in it. I can maybe if I can put in a small one. Let me just see if that will work. 300 tons here. We got that there. It would be nice to put it, say, over here. I could put it, say, about there, like that, and then we could hook the pipe out of here and round that, a little bit of height. Then we'll connect you to there, except that. And then if I put with that, you can flip that way. You could put that, say, about there. Run a pipe from. Trying to get it a bit height there. Go the opposite way. Take that out. This is one thing I really like about this game. Is the last thing I was actually even thinking about doing was reworking the pipes in this area, and we're suddenly having to do it. We'll pop you down there, run you into there, and what we need now is a road out of here. It'd be nice to bring it. Okay, we'll just put the road there, and then we'll put a gravel road out to there. Accept those, and then we'll accept the pipes. Accept that pipeline there. What we'll do is use this as the local fuel distribution, so that this one here, or these ones here, would be purely for the train shipment. I should have built that in before, and we're just, I mean, at the moment there's no rush. You picked up, yeah, you've picked that up, that's good. And what we probably could do is get you to that pipeline around the back there, that, and then we can get that built in there. So we've got that there. Right, back on schedule. The next thing I want to do is buy another train, if I can actually find the train construction depot. I've kind of got myself a bit lost here, sorry. Getting lost on my own map. And we'll just put this up over here. Now somebody actually did post a comment and ask, why do I put the minimized ones on the right hand side here? And the reason is that quite a few years ago, about 5-6 years ago, before I do my present job, I used to be a Unix programmer in Unix scripting and Java, and we used to have these, they were really big monitors which we used to use, and we used to have to kind of work with, say, multiple windows. So that's quite, on a normal day I'd have about 20 open, and what I used to do is put all the minimized windows down the right hand side of the screen. And until someone posted that comment, it never occurred to me that I still do that. And I even do it when I'm working on other things on the computer. I always minimize to the right hand side. I suppose it's something I've just got used to, and it's where I expect to find minimized items. So, and I'm getting completely distracted again. Right, what I need now is another train. I need to find the depot. Actually, what is the consumption of the steel mill? Maximum it's 375. If we got 2, that's going to be 700, isn't it? But what we're looking to ship is about just over 300 tons a day. But that shouldn't be a problem. We've gone too far again. So what I want to do is just coming in here. Again, we're just going to buy electric locomotive. And we'll buy this one, although speed isn't quite so important for this. And we got a hopper car here with 60. I'm just wondering if we can get something that's a bit more, carry more. That's 40, that's 50. I mean, I've got all these mods, so I might as well use them. Obviously, the 60 is the biggest, so come back to here, hopper car here. Quite cheap as well, anyway. So this has been around since 1900. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Yeah, I mean 6 is 360. Then this train is going to run from. We got the pickup depot. Where are you? There. So you're going to run from here. You're going to pick up coal, and you're going to run all the way just to here, and you're going to unload coal. And again, you're going to wait until unloaded like that. We'll just pick you up. Again, I need to check the signal layout here and cancel that. Oops. Get rid of you. And we'll just speed the game up again. So what he should do is now go through here. And he should run out the track. Now this section of track he's never going to run on again. What I want to do is just get him into position. Oh, ha. That's a bit lucky. Now this junction here is a bit tight, but in theory this train should only ever run to here. He should load up 360 tons of coal. Just like that. And then he should then run out of here. Run across through this junction here. Now eventually the only train that should be running up and down here all the time is the coal train, with the occasional train going to and from the rail construction office. Not the rail construction, the train construction office. So we can now go up into here and we just look at that, all the coal disappearing. Lovely. Right, we'll just now at the moment, oh, that's finished. So we've got coal flowing from here. That looks, of course, not sending. We have a problem. Just making sure that we got power to all the. Not sending, not sending. Oh, we've already filled the. So what's going to happen is the train's going to run backwards and forwards until it's got 1,950 tons in here, and then it will stop. So that's that running. As I say, I don't really want to start bringing in the iron ore until this is built, and this needs to be finished. Plus, what I'd like to do is actually finish the track from this area here. Now, because we've got the rail train running in, this has got the construction train we passed is working on this area. It looks like he's nearly finished. What we'll do is we'll build into here, then we'll build back the back loop and build this, finish this whole area here. And then what we'll do is we'll signal up to this point where this will be a short length of two-way track to allow the trams to get in here. And of course the construction trains to work through this area, because we've still got a lot to build in this area. And so see how much more we have to build. In fact, let's just check make sure we've got everyone. Oh, we're down to 2 jobs. So right, you're working on this section. You're working on this section here. That means that the construction out here he's got to this line here, so we need to start building that in there. And then what I need to do is get back right over to Stilton again, and what bits have we not finished here? Right, we need to get that bit built. And we need that bit built, this bit built. This bit's finished. So we built through to there. We just need to finish this spur, and this is just electrification. So I'm a little bit worried about, I don't know. We should be okay. So that is the trains running. The next thing I want to look at is I was looking at this dry bulk area here, and I've realized I've made a little bit of a mistake here because we've got dry bulk storage here, and we'd have to ship all the cement from Ollerton to here, and I've connected the cement plant up there. So what I'm considering is if we could put some dry bulk stuff into this corner here, we could bring the train in here and actually put a dry bulk unloading, say about here. So say for argument's sake, if we could put that, say about, maybe if we flip that. So we can only flip it that way. We put it that way round. So say if we can get this in, say about there, get back to the main road there. Make sure we got that road connection there. Yep, it's good. Then we can run the tracks in. We should be able to, we could come off of here, and then that will reduce the number of connections. Now, a dry bulk delivery train isn't going to be particularly that big, so we can probably come in, say like that. We're only going to have one running out here, so we can do that. And then we'll just select the road here. And now we got the storage unload. Kind of thinking, we've got the same problems we had over there, wasn't it? Is the storage is quite big. Wouldn't mind having something that's a bit smaller. I'm pretty sure I've got one that's small. We got this small cement silo here, but it's got no, it's only got factory connections. Okay, so we're gonna have to stick with this, so we're gonna have to go for the smaller one again. And I think actually we put it same out. No, I don't think we're actually going to need a dedicated loading unloading for trucks, is it? It's not like this is going to be something that's going to be crowded with trucks. Famous last words, but we can always run something should we need it. I think that would be okay if we put it in about there, like that, and then we're road connection down to here so that it doesn't conflict with that. And what that will mean is we'll be able to bring the cement into here. We can use this as a general drop off, and then we can then use a truck to bring the cement over to here. But that means you'd have to come all the way. Yeah, we're gonna have to put a road connection through here, aren't we? Ooh, looks like I've made a bit of a mistake here as well. I haven't. Get this here, move you to there, and hook you up to there. And we'll just get that heating problem. Why have we got a heating problem? That is quite important. Oh, that's just a fire station. We're going to need to check our crops because one of my silos, I think it was this one, was starting to fill up. Yeah, he's got 8,000 tons in here. So we're kind of getting a little bit of inefficiency here. I think these guys are still... We're going to get some losses incurred because this silo is full, but we're kind of pulling some out, but then we're getting more delivered as and when. I think what's probably happened, yeah, these guys are offloading now. That's the way it goes. We're going to need to look at another silo. Anyway, I've got distracted again. Happiness is right through here. We can add you to the list of jobs to do if you haven't detected it. It's unlikely because you're right on the limit now. We'll just build that there. and get that built, that built. And that allows us to import the cement to here. That also means if we want to build additional concrete plants out this way, we don't have to ship the concrete all across the map. So I think that works that out. What I need to do now is start looking at this area, because this is what I said I wanted to do in this part. We've built, we've got people moved in. Okay, we've got a bit of a problem. Well, we have and haven't got a problem. We got no power supply up here, so we're going to stop people moving in. These are going to be my frontline pioneers, because we got no power here at the moment as well, because the power lines haven't been. We got power to here, the substation here, but it's actually drawing, because this is just switch gear. Okay. Let me just see. No path to back construction office. We need that built and built. Yep, I shouldn't have built that block of flats, but that's the way it goes. Those heroic frontier people will just have to live with the consequence of. We need to get that connected. One's already complete. So I have that done. What we got here, this is a gas station, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I think we get a gas station built. The heating plant is finished. There's the heat exchanger being built. I've absolutely no idea where the heat exchanger is. It's here, isn't it? Let's just go underground and get you allocated. So we need to get heat in here. Got a downtown clinic. Got some staff in it, but no education. This is life on the. Luckily, I actually brought food and meat. I've set up the food and meat supply here, so I think it'd be quite an interesting exercise now to see how long people survive here, because obviously we can't tell what their loyalty is. Their happiness is 58% already, which means if we probably look in here, we're getting an example of what low productivity is now. Let me just pause so I can see. We've got happiness of 57%, and we've got a productivity of 70%, 66%, 72%. You've got to remember these are for the current release, but I'm wondering whether with the new release it'd be even lower. But I think this is a good example of the fact that we've got people here with low happiness because of the fact, well, they've got most of the things that they need, and of course they're not going to survive the winter because they got no heating, because there's no bus to take them to the heating plant, and we've got no coal supply here at the moment as well. So, and I can't move them back anywhere because we've got nearly 2,000 people waiting for homes as it is. So, oh well, that's the way it goes. We're building this up. I just really wish that this was higher up rather than at the bottom. I mean, I would like to see it say about this level under where the population actually is. I think when that's built, we'll let the citizens move into here, because I think that would be good. Right, we're just going to spin over, and yeah, we've already filled this up. See, because that is a very short distance, this train could do probably 2-3 deliveries a day. So I think initially one train would be more than enough to keep the steel mill supplied. You still need to finish this section here and this. Of course, the shortage is steel, which goes without saying. Cannot export share coal. No, we've got piles and piles of coal, so we're ready to go. Just see if the steel mill's developed a problem. I think it's just demand again. Oops, we're getting problems with iron. Well, it's dropped down a little bit. This ambulance has not arrived. Is that? But you're right next to the hospital. And I got all the full hospital in here now. Do wonder whether this is actually hasn't got a proper connection or not. So, I mean, this is 100%. It's got 1% alcohol. We've still got a little slight problem with culture, which is a bit odd because I thought I'd built got a kindergarten here. I thought I was building a cinema. Oh no, we haven't finished the cinema yet, so that explains that. And we've got this is coming together quite well as well. So it is jolly old steel again. Oops, thank you, game. I think what I might have to do is, I mean, I've got over 50 million. I might start consider importing steel again. Oh, this little construction office here reminds me that I want to. I think I moved. Not Ollerton, sorry. It's over this way. What I've done is, if you watch the previous video, you'll be aware that I was talking about a little construction office that was tucked in here about moving it. And what I actually did while I was playing on a little bit, I moved all the what Ujimi duplicas are up to here now, waiting to actually know. What that means is that hopefully when we want to lay the roads and stuff out this way, we'll be able to do it. So, how's this going? Yeah, it needs a great big pile of steel, but this is low priority at the moment because we've got a full tank there. Let me just go over to Ollerton and see what the fuel situation is. Wow. Well, we are certainly filling up the fuel tank. We're not going to have any problems with winter fuel supplies, hopefully, because we now got piles and piles of fuel in here. The big problem is going to be the bitumen. Let's just have a quick look at our economy. So, what was it? Last month, we made just under over 4 million. I think we're now really starting to export the bitumen out now. So we exported 475 tons of bitumen. I'm not exactly too sure how we managed to do that, but I'll take it. So it's clothes and bitumen is our biggest income, plus alcohol not far behind. And import wise, what did we import? The meat is for the tourist centre. Oil, so we imported 816 tons of oil. Maybe we might need 2 oil trains, but I think at the moment that is probably more than enough to keep me going. And we imported 19 tons of electronics, 974 tons of iron. Yeah, the electronics could get expensive, so we're going to need to keep an eye on that. And then the final one is we made 231,000 from tourism, which seems to be about the kind of flattened area with respect to that. So I don't think I want to grow this area too much more at the moment. I mean, we're not giving them any electronics. I don't really want to import electronics, but generally the population here is happy. I don't know about what our tourists think of what we are. Well, our tourists look happy. It'd be quite interesting to see if we got the secret police, whether the actual tourist loyalty gets unlocked as well. That could be something that could be quite useful to think about. What we got here, so we're getting, maybe it's a bit expensive for them, so, and this is encouraging. It means our trucks don't need to import stuff. We got plenty of crops in the silo, so our tiny little farm here is doing okay. No fuel in there though. If I actually hooked you on, I think this was still being built. You can see. What we'll do is we'll just put you to 100%. I'm starting to wonder whether And we can actually make the fuel pickup over here now. And that would save us a little bit of cash. So if I tell you to pick up fuel from here and not import it from the border, because if we've got nearly 1,000 tons of fuel in here, so we might as well use it. And I mean, the distance is, I know it's a bit further, but if the gas station is full, yeah, we got 35 tons of fuel in here. What I might do is just increase the capacity to the gas station. Where's the drop off? I'll set you to 60%. And then what I could do is bring in another oil tanker to here. Yeah, maybe we'll put a second oil tanker on. We'll just go over and get this area here. We'll just buy an oil tanker, 95 kilometers an hour at 10 tons. We got here 95, 16 tons. Just go there. Put you down into the center, and then we'll just add you to this. You can, this one, isn't it? Make sure. Oops, no. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, this is going to take him a little while to get out. Somebody's health is too low. Let me guess, our new mining village. Because, yep, you've got no health here, so yeah. Population here is slowly expiring, but there's nothing I can do about that, to be honest. I just want to see my helicopter crews. We are working on that, we've got somebody working on that. We need to get the heating in. What is this here? This is a bus station. Maybe we can get that built as well. What's this here? Check this. This is the school, so this is the kindergarten. Just get this built in. And then we can start thinking about pushing out that way. Just check our train construction office. Down to 2 jobs again. Of course, this guy's just away with the fairies doing his own thing. And this guy is building in here. So he's doing pretty well as well. Of course, over in Stilton, looks like we've built into here. We just got this little section here needs to be built. I think what I'll do is just to keep him busy for the moment where I put this on. We've now built into here, and I think we'll get him to build this. We might as well finish this section before we actually get everything done. Otherwise I'll forget about it and then I'll kind of mess things up a little bit. So overall things are coming together. We just need to finish this section here, and then we can get our workers into here. Actually, one steel mill I haven't checked is over here. Right, on the 25th of November. Whereas the steel mill is here. So this steel mill is, he's got 6 tons in there. The steel mill's still running, it's just the sheer demand that's giving a problem. Now, because we're running out on the end of the month here, I just want to check my... You're not quite full. I mean, you've got constant pickups here, so you're reasonably okay. How about here? You've got 3,000 tons, but you're not gonna train waiting too long. Okay. We definitely need to check out that. What are you waiting for? Okay, looks like we got a bit of an issue. Guys, he's waiting for brickworks. Okay. It looks very much like we're not getting the workforce up to here. Am I running out of coal? No, we're not running out of coal. This guy is waiting to pick up his 91 tons of bricks. I think we need more workforce out here. Okay, am I developing a problem over here workforce wise? Let me just see. Interesting. How's the unemployment in this area? Well, it says we got unemployed. Right, who's actually... It's almost like I feel I need more workers out here to... Yeah, we're not keeping the workers here, so let me just... Oops. But they are coming in. Look, we're up to 49 now. I'm just wondering whether the amount of bricks that I'm using now... I think what we're going to do is we're going to send him back to the depot. For the moment. Because what we're getting from bricks, I mean, it's not like our income is... Brick-wise, we only made 267,000, so I think at the moment, I think that train can just be suspended for the moment, and we're just not bother with that one, because that was my early train when our demand for bricks wasn't quite so high. So I think it'd be more efficient to get these guys in here, get them producing their 51 tons of bricks, so that the actual brick delivery train can do it, because I think that train will still keep on putting out exports. So yeah, I think that other train is not really necessary at the moment. So that is something that we need to go. We're on the 7th of December. How much do we get in the way of losses? This is the... So it looks like we cleared this field, and we actually cleared that one as well. It looks like we still got a little bit of harvest still in here that's rotting away. So let me just check. Yeah. So we've completed, I think it's this one and this one. What was it? Harvesting in progress. This field not assigned to farm. It's a bit weird. Where's the farm here? Okay. Oh yeah, because I was building the road here. So it looks very much like I did get virtually most of the crops in. Although you're still harvesting where? Where are you going? Nope, you're going up here. Oh no, these are the trucks that are moving the crops. And these guys are all back in position, so I think we've got a massive surplus of crops here. So I'm really surprised that these actually... So we've just got a little bit odds and ends left in certain fields. In fact, what am I doing? So just to do it this way, actually. We got an odd little bit of tonnage left over. So what we really need to do is start trying to improve our kind of efficiency here. And I am toying with the idea of possibly putting in a separate fabric factory and clothing factory over there, because I think we've got... Where's the mayor's office here? Is that the mayor's office? Yes, it is. Wow, how come we got 500 unemployed workers? I think we've got scope to put in another fabric factory, but that will be for the next video because I'm aware that I'm running out of time. In fact, what we're going to do is just have a quick little scope through, and of course I've closed the... Yeah, I just want to check. Right, these guys are actually doing something. Put you back over there. And so that is working well. We've now actually finished the ballet here. I think what we will do is reduce, actually, what's the unemployment at the moment? I can't remember. Where's the mayor's office? I'm sure I put a mayor's office in here. I think it's here, isn't it? Yeah, I think for the moment what we'll do is actually no visitors. We've got plenty of staff. We'll keep everyone happy here just for the moment. But eventually, once the steel mill comes on, we're going to have to send the workers out here to get things done. And we've got a fire station here, which is in the process of being built. We need to finish this off. Really starting to think that there's some benefit in importing steel. That's something I will do through the winter. See if we can keep the momentum going. And I think just to wind up, so we've got a population of 36,296. We've got predominantly all highly educated. We've got no uneducated workers, got plenty of children. We've got 1,000 odd people unemployed. We've got 10 with sickness. And we got 32 due to small children. That means somewhere on the map is a problem with no kindergarten. We've got spaces for 974 people. Our loyalty is still 31%. I just can't seem to get this loyalty up. But you can see we've got 72% of the population now have televisions. We've got plenty of culture, plenty of sport. So I think we're now very much in a position to take on the new update when it arrives. We just need the new update to arrive, and hopefully it will be pretty soon, because I'm starting to get to a point. What's that? Got an athletics club there. You guys can work on that. You've got no jobs. Okay, well, you've got a job now. What I'll do off camera is I will go out and see if I can find some jobs for this construction office, but this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.